This is a story in the times of COVID-19. Let's start from the beginning of a warm winter morning. The class was introduced to a site called SG Highway, uncovering, mapping, and articulating every observation that's on their way. Started all together, forming a subgroup. These girls were all set, one on site, two on rectangular loop. Acting as a major connector between Ahmedabad and Gandhinagar, SG Highway is a major artery road for commercial and public transport. Walking through the site virtually was not of great help. Signing off in curiosity, one of the groupie yelped, calling the other two for a quick discussion. They sat together with their own observation. "Did you see a pattern?" one of them asked. "Oh, yes, of course. After all, that was the main task. Oh, by the way, I went there for ice cream last night and saw there was this clustering happening of different groups and elements on site." "Yes, I noticed this too," said another. "A dweller and vendor around kiosk and tree all together, gathering on the edges that allows for porosity. These groups and elements hence form density." Density! Oh, that's what we're looking at. But wait, it holds different definitions. How do we now define that? One barged in to simplify. We are looking at pavement dwellers with respect to the elements around them. For us, it's about understanding relational pattern between physical infrastructure, vulnerable groups and activities. And to analyze it better, we have to start mapping these densities. 9 a.m. in the morning, just when she started walking, saw a cluster of vendors beneath the tree near the junction doing their regular hawking. Chai, poha, dhokla, samosa they made started shooing away when the dwellers invade. Many people walking on the street, less cars in the morning is surely a retreat. Approaching towards Acropolis Mall, she noticed a dweller taking bath on the street, using minimal water to make their family's ends meet. Stopped there to ask them several questions. Where do you get the water from and similar alterations. पानी लेने के लिए बहुत दूर जाना पड़ता है. शौचालय वाले हमसे पैसे लेते हैं नहाने के लिए, they said. So they take the water from the nearest petrol pump or temple instead. Settling around kiosks, vendor and parking just when COVID-19 made their lives difficult implementing social distancing with marking. 1 p.m. in the afternoon, all the vehicles honking in the same tune. Crossing through the Pakwan junction, she saw 5 kids selling balloons on the street and stopped there for a conversation. "Hi, where do you all live?" she asked. "Here, this is our home," they said, all unmasked. "While our parents are gone for work, we take the street as our own park," they smirked. "Nowhere else we have for us to play, as this highway is filled with vehicles and people throughout the day." She noticed in a distance was standing near the kiosk a pani puri and tea vendor, both with a mask. Out of all the locations, there is a reason to choose the space. After all, these kiosks act as magnets in the space, providing indirect livelihood, support for the vendors, attracting people and increasing economic opportunities for vendors. Now you see why the site is rich in density. There is always a factor of dependence where there is too much diversity. Not enough lights at 7 in the evening, noise of the honks and seller bargaining. Trying to cross the highway by the fear of getting hit. It becomes a dangerous place for adults and mostly for kids. The silence of the society stretches only to the secluded streets. The highway at this time is running at an immense speed. No space to walk or stay, vehicles filled up all along the way, more drawn towards the kiosks and junctions, begging, selling, vending. That's how the space here functions. The three girls came back to their virtual escape, trying to recall and understand through photographic and audio tapes. They held on to the question of what captured us the most, drawing parallels from the visits, discussions, and conversations. They recalled the entire information. Under the dimly lit street light was residing a family of dwellers. Men, women, children, all were toys in balloon cellar. Bought a balloon from them and tried to ask what do they fall in shortage of for their survival. Said we manage everything else except for our kids' education revival. They don't have a place to play, to grow, to educate and learn. Their lives are getting trapped on the streets and unexpected turns. Homes are not exactly houses for everyone. Streets are not just recreational and commute space for everyone. The adults still can earn a month's wage to fall back on and go to the monotony of these morrows. The children, however, needs to be nurtured and prepare themselves for a better tomorrow.